Hey, what's going on, everyone? Hope everyone's having a good weekend and hope that everyone's journaling on the trades so they can start fresh on this month of February. So, anyway, let's get started on this, right? So, I'm sure you guys all seen this whole news on the crypto market right now. Everything's crashing. I mean, everything's down like 20%, which is absolutely insane, including the futures, NASDAQ, and seeing the VIX. So, just gonna quickly kind of go over the market sentiment here so far. But yeah, so first things first, the 10-year bond, as you guys can see here, it's funny enough that we're seeing a sell-off alongside we're seeing the 10-year bond increasing rates here, right? So every time that we've had some sort of bounce in the rate, we see the market kind of react negatively, which I've seen happen. So um, that is kind of an interesting correlation there with the markets and the other indices, right? So, and then of course the sectors that are more sensitive to interest rates, which is like IWM, which is more sensitive than to maybe semiconductors and vice versa. So yeah, TNX right now making a bounce here at this 4.5%. If I can pull up here, I'll compare it to, I don't know, let's say NVIDIA. Um, we can use that to kind of scale with it. So here's NVIDIA, and as you can see, every time we've had some sort of uh, swing lower high, whatever, we see the inverse, right? So up, right? So as it goes up, we'll see the inverse there for sell-off. Um, price or interest rates were going higher, prices were lower in equity, right? So sometimes it does it, sometimes it doesn't, but it's a good kind of indicator to get a good gauge of what the indice is doing. So, but yeah, let me take that out. That there. Um, sorry, there we go. So now, as far as the Trump news right now, it's also the tariffs, right? So Trump did impose a 25% tariff. I think it was with Canada, one of those countries, but so that did not react negative or positively, right? So Friday, I shorted Tesla, made really good money on those news, and then of course going on to the weekend, we are seeing that he fully imposed it, and now it's going through, right? So the market did not like that, right? It's going to be more expensive for us for consumers to really generally pay for stuff because it's going to cost more to import. Um, so you know that's going to be passed on to us, and the market's not really liking that. But as well, the stock market is not like uncertainty, right? Last week we had the DeepSeek AI thing that happened with the entire market, which set the VIX skyrocketing, which I'll show you guys here now. So it's absolutely been a crazy month, and with FOMC last week, and then of course earnings season coming up. We saw, as you can see there on that Monday, we saw the VIX just jump aggressively on that DeepSeek AI panic, right? People were selling. It was like a Black Monday. Uh, oh my God, AI is gonna destroy Nvidia or all this other stuff, right? So it's all over the news that it did significantly more than if not Nvidia for less cost, right? So that was kind of the panic, and then FOMC was part of that as well. And then now, kind of moving into this week, the imposed tariffs. So that's a perfect recipe for market sell-off, right? And of course, the uncertainty aspect of that. Um, Now, given that the VIX kind of closed this 14, 16 low, now breaking above this, contracts will be expensive tomorrow, right? Maybe throughout the week they might be cheaper, but tomorrow contracts will be more expensive, and you might want to size accordingly to your positions based off the volatility on the contracts. Now, it's the VIX is a really good sentiment indicator to get a gauge of the market. So depending if we break above these highs, we will still probably continue seeing downside, but if you guys remember in Nikkei, August 5th, 2024, so I'm rambling a lot too. So stock market yen. So right here, look this up and I'll show you guys. Japanese stocks rebound from worst crash since 1987, while global markets are mixed, right? So the benchmarks here at the 225 finished 10% higher, but they closed. The Nasdaq dropped significantly, I think like 500 points on Monday. Then the Nikkei closed 12% lower than its largest percentage in one drop since 1987. And this is all due because of the interest rate increase in the Nikkei yen, right? So investors typically borrow money from there, and it's technically called money free, like interest money free, free money. and so that caused the VIX to go to an all-time high. Going back to this here, I'll show you guys. 4. It's an all-time high of like 80 right here, right? So this is the Black Monday panic, where everybody sold, and the next day the stocks rebounded. And I think a good gauge of that would be like Nvidia, right? So let's go right there, right? So markets dropped, had a close strong bear day, and then next thing you know, markets made a new low from that with intensive volume, and then we saw markets drop from that up to 30%. So um, this kind of makes me to believe that, of course, things don't have to repeat themselves, but they typically do, and maybe this time is different. I don't know, but given the whole situation with tariffs and crypto, sorry, I don't know why I put that there. Um, I think that based off these past historical performances and psychological selling, right, as well, people are selling because they're scared. People are scared that they're going to lose their money, so they're going to sell, and of course, it's going to drive prices lower. So, given these variables, I think that for tomorrow we might see maybe another leg down, an aggressive day. Maybe we see some too far downside extension that we start getting that bottom in the market, and we see that continuous upside breakout, especially on the cryptocurrency on Solana. So that's I've also been trading more crypto as well with options, so I like to do both. Um, but yeah, so I mean, honestly, I think that's kind of what might happen as far as like XRP. XRP is really main talk right now. Uh, Same here. Took out some liquidity, right? Made a new low, and then of course possibly make that low and then reverse and go higher, right? So that's kind of what I'm seeing. As far as NQ, let's see what NQ's at right now. Testing its previous Monday 27th lows. So yeah, I mean it's pretty probable that um, tomorrow we see like a low. If not, we see one more like down day before we see a reversal to for a higher continuation higher. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope it was a little bit of a small like too much talking, but hope you guys understand it and learn something from this. So you guys stay safe, take care, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Trade safe. Peace.